Good morning, brothers. This video is for those of you who have tried all sorts of different methodologies to end your behavior with pornography and masturbation. I'm JK, your brother in this struggle, on my way back from the gym as usual. I am the founder of Elevated Recovery and head coach at the Porn Reboot Coaching System. We help high-performing business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals end their out-of-control behavior with pornography and control it within 90 days. Now, there has been a proliferation of brothers out there who have tried everything. Like literally, they have done 12 steps. They've gone to some Christian group. They've gone to some nice guy, I will make you a better husband. I will make you the perfect boyfriend. Save your marriage and quit porn. They've worked with a therapist. They've worked with a psychiatrist. They're on medication. You've done it all, right? Everything is starting to sound the same to you. You're just like, oh, it all sounds the same. I've tried shit and it didn't work. Listen, even though Porn Reboot is the best option, I'm never going to discount some of the guys out there who are doing some amazing work. And I know for a fact that Porn Reboot is not a good fit for everybody, but there are some programs out there that are a good fit for you and that actually help guys end their behavior. When I hear brothers say like, oh yeah, I tried this thing for like 3 years and it didn't work, or for 4 years and it didn't work. I'm like, wait a minute, 3-4 years? You work with a therapist, you work with a group and you've made no progress? I'm not gonna blame the group in every case. A lot of times it's you. In our program, our Reboot Strategists, we've just stopped letting in guys who've tried everything. We're gonna have some very, very hard questions for you, my brother. What is going on? You know what is going on most of the time? Your mindset. Now, before you dismiss it as like, oh, well, here we go again. Like, this is a mindset thing. I heard that before. Dude, you know why you're jaded? You know why you're just like tired of hearing all this stuff? First of all, you consume too much information, right? We live in the information age. You have just been consuming shit. Even my stuff becomes shit when you overconsume it. Even healthy stuff, even wholesome shit, like the shit that I talk about, becomes crappy when you overconsume it. And some of you guys have been consuming things. I get sad when I see dudes who've been following my channel for like 4 years. Commenting and commenting. I'm like, wait a minute. I'll hit up somebody in my team and be like, see this dude right here on YouTube? Has he ever put in an application? No, just put in an application, not even gotten on a call. They're like, never heard of him. Never heard of this dude. I'm like, what are you doing? You're consuming shit. You are now super jaded. You haven't ended your behavior and you've been consuming this stuff for like 4 years. First thing, consuming too much information, but that's not the point of this video. I digress again. The point of this video is that some of you have certain beliefs that are standing in your way, and you have not changed your identity into the identity of a man who wants to end this behavior. You know, when you're ending this behavior, the first thing you have to do is you have to define your reboot. And what does defining your reboot mean? Without getting too deep into it, what it really entails is not running away from pain. You know, a lot of brothers, they define their reboot as, I want to get away from pain. I want to get away from the shame. I want to get away from the guilt. I want to get away from all these other strong emotions that I have every time I slip. That's a good place to start, but that's only going to lead you to being a trial rebooter, right? Your definition of your reboot, whatever it is, has to be a definition that's leading you towards somewhere instead of running away from pain. Why? Because guys, we can run away from pain forever, right? There's no arrival point. You just keep running and running and running. And that's why the thought of one day at a time, forever, for the rest of your life is comfortable to you, because it makes sense when you're running away from something that's always there. We're not running away from something. We are running towards something. But the problem is with your mindset, the limiting belief is you are too fearful to create that something, to create and build up the image of the man who you want to become. 9 out of 10 guys, if I was to ask you, what is the definition of your reboot? Or scratch the reboot. If you're doing recovery, what is the definition of your recovery? Be the best man that I can possibly be. Fucker, you ain't fucking ready. And I say that with love, of course. You guys know that, right? You're not ready to be the best I could possibly be. to accomplish my potential. I've told you, anytime you hear somebody telling you that, oh, you can achieve your potential, they're dissing you. They're literally telling you that your potential, but right now, you ain't it. The problem with creating that person that you are, defining it, is that you have to have the beliefs. And a lot of you guys have a lot of beliefs standing in the way of doing that. I'll use myself as an example. One of the reasons why I couldn't define who I wanted to be and where I wanted to be was because I had a lot of other people's eyes on me. And here's the crazy thing. A lot of those people, they weren't even in front of me. I wanted like my parents, I wanted family members, I want people that I grew up with, I wanted them to like me. And I felt that if I moved away, like the process of becoming a certain person, defining it and stepping into that, that would cause me to be less likable. And I wanted to be a likable guy. I wanted to be a relatable guy. But I realized that the moment that I stepped into that, it was very possible that I would not be relatable to so many of these people. That was a self-esteem issue. But you've got to do the deep work to come to that realization, just like I did, right? That is the mindset. It is giving yourself permission to be who you want to be the definition. And the reason that you haven't even defined it, it's not that you don't know. Maybe you had a light bulb moment and you're just like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Thank you, JK. Don't run away from pain, run towards who I'm supposed to be. A lot of you guys, the truth is, I feel that most guys know this instinctively. What they can't put their finger on is the unconscious process that is holding you back from actually defining that. There's a fear of doing that. So each time you define it, it's just so ludicrous. It's like, fuck out of here. Who am I to be that guy? Like, am I a guy that can date a beautiful woman? Is it even possible to be like a guy who can, you know, be happy most of the time? Is it possible to run a successful business? Is it possible to be jacked? Is it possible to have a happy, intimate marriage? Limiting beliefs, unconscious processes. That's really the thing that's holding you guys back. So gentlemen, I don't care what program that you're in. Moving forward, anyway, we've started doing this already. If you've been in a few other programs, we are going to be grilling you on some of the reasons why you haven't succeeded in those programs. Excuse the sighing. It's just, as I talk about guys going through other programs, I just imagine, and not even imagine, I remember my process of doing something similar many years ago. How exhausting it is to just pick yourself up again and then believe in somebody, in a coach, in a program. Believe that this is the one that's going to help you now. That takes a lot of energy, and it's also fucked up because when you're jaded, you keep looking for a reason for shit to not work for you. You really do. You're just like, oh, well, you know, like, oh, look, he said something that was similar to what they said in 12 Steps. He said something that was similar to that other program. It's obviously not going to work. You've taken on so much damage and you're hurting yourself. And we don't want men coming into any of our programs with that much damage because, truth be told, it lowers the quality of our program. We now have a neural reprogramming coach who everybody has to work with in order to change those beliefs. There are some brothers who we just won't let in because we'll tell you, go do the work on your own first and come back when we're actually able to support you. All right, brothers, enough said. That is my message for you today. Number one, define your reboots, or redefine it if you've been defining it as running away from pain. Define it as running towards something. And if you sit down and you're just like, oh shit, as I try to define this, I find it so challenging to put together or believe in that person that I want to be. Get on a call with one of our reboot strategists, okay? You may not be a good fit for the program, but you may be in the mindset where you're open enough to work with our neural reprogramming coach. Of course, that will bring you into one of our programs, but at the very least, you can work with our neural reprogramming coach first, and that will prep you for our program. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle. Thank you so much for listening to my random ramblings on the way back from the gym. I love and appreciate you guys, and I'll speak to you later on in the week.